Welcome back to the SR Challenge Beginner's Guide. And today we are going to be looking at trying to get to Chapter 4. We just covered equipment and covered the Chapter 3 mission. So now we're going to be progressing forward with a generic fight. Alright, so looking at this map here, we have our units spread out here on the left. We have more units we're going to be fighting on the left here. So we've got cavalry, infantry, we have an assassin, which is it's a range unit. We don't have one of those yet. And we got more units to the north. So I think with this regard, just because the way our characters are built, we want to move Scott. Scott is one of those units that's going to have a little difficulty moving through terrain. You can click on the unit before you start the match to just see what their movement's like. And you can see that he is being halted by the trees just because he's a cavalry unit. On the flip side, if we put Lance down here, Lance, even though he's a 5 movement unit, he does not get inhibited by the force because he is a flyer. Mountain terrain, all that stuff have an effect on movements except for flyers. Flyers have full range of pretty much anything so long as it's not a barring wall. Now, having Scott up here to deal with these two units is not a bad idea. We're probably going to have Matthew go in and join him, and that's going to leave my 3 units down here to deal with these, which, to be honest, I think I'd rather have it this way. Just because Matthew should be able to take out these with a healer on his back. And then with these 3 units, I should be able to aggressively take on these units. We want to leave him in front, just to be on the safe side. Not going to be able to do enough movement. Okay, here we go. So the goal is to defeat all the enemies, and you have 10 rounds to do so. So again, we talked about terrain, mobility, defense, and all that stuff, so we just got to be very careful about that. Yes, mountains will slow you down, except for flyers. Exactly what I said. Listen, Scott, I've already covered it. You're just a little mouthy, all right? So again, we're going to be looking at our movement options here. Now, I want to be careful.
Leave it to me.
And we can't get him far enough up over there. Okay. So we're just going to look at our danger zone. We're going to put our units where we need to.
Yes.
Just going to play it safe.
Time to go.
There is a specific order that the units will go, so if you, when this auto button becomes available, and we'll talk about it then, but I want to discuss real quick, your units do go in a specific order, and we'll discuss it when we get to that point, but just so that you're aware. Alright, so this unit here is just like that. So we don't want to go into full range. We're going to split the team in 2. I'm confident that this team will do fantastic.
I'm ready.
All right, so now that we have our units here, well, we should have looked at skills before. Bad on me. Early game, very rare do they have skills, but as we learned with that mage, it's important to look. Look both ways. So with this, we're actually going to attack from range, because we want to try and take out this unit from range so that we can keep Almeida safe. And that's exactly what happened. Good. So next we're going to have you go in, take out this infantry unit. No problem. Thank you, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Now, Lance here is strong against this cavalry unit. We could easily have him go and attack, but so is Grenier. So we're going to instead have him attack this assassin. Then we're going to move Grenier right on up. We're going to have him attack just to see if we can take him out. I'm not confident we can, but we did. I'm more used to my tanks not killing units in one shot. Okay, we're going to have Almeida stay behind. And this should be a relatively easy, done set, good to go. Piece o' cake. Scott gained a level. And we got some more equipment. That's kind of cool. Now, here's a cool little thing that we can show you with the equipment. Once you let me get there. Is you're able to go... So like Lance here. Lance is able to equip equipment. If you don't want to go in and choose an item for everybody, maybe you just got units, you just want to throw equipment on, you don't really care what it is, you can come to this quick equip, and boom, they get equipment, whatever's on the best in your inventory. They will not remove from another unit. So now we have two options here. We can try to continue on forward to Chapter 4, or we can take on this little side mini. It's not a mini boss, but it's a mini excursion. When they are off shot like that, they will usually tell you, hey, this is an area where you can get some extra stuff. Interestingly enough though, even though it didn't have a boss symbol above it, it has a question mark, it is a boss battle, shown by the indicator on the side here. So it is technically a boss fight. A Shika Stronghold. The Shika have become unusually aggressive. They usually are. Play some Langrisser games. They are constantly running up into your face going, Shika Shika, we want your women. It's weird. It's a little out of our way, but a hero has responsibilities. I need a hero. Alright, enough of me singing. Let's do this. We want that Trinity voucher. The recommended level was level 5, but we're well past that. This should not be an issue. Now, this fight is actually really interesting. Langrisser likes to throw interesting maps at you. So for the most part, what we've been dealing with has been fight, 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 fight. Knock out all the enemies. Now, if you're looking at this, you're going, oh my goodness. Ages, how many enemies do I have to fight here? I don't have enough units. I need Scott. But here where things get a little interesting. And yes, technically we are going to bring Scott because he's going to be very useful for this. We do not want to bring Grenier. And actually Almeida is going to be fantastic for this. And I'll show you in a moment. Let's begin. So the goal is actually to defeat the 3 necromancies. And the reason is because these Shikas are being controlled by them. They're talking in weird, un-Shika way. So they can't move. So they didn't want to fight, but then the necromancies were like, no, you will fight. These are the droids you are looking for. So if you quickly tap on the danger, you're going to notice, weird. Okay, there's lots of pockets here where they should be able to move. Let me click on a unit. Oh, it's like the dialogue said, they can't move. Now, these units can move, but that's okay. Our goal is to take these units out. So, let's turn on this, and we're going to move in a way that doesn't attack the Shika units. So, the 3-star requirement, just, don't die. Make sure you can beat the map. Defeat the 3 necromancies, which is what we're working on, and our team was eliminated as the non-condition. That's the defeat condition. So, we're going to pause there. Lance is fantastic because he can just fly right on in. He has no restrictions in that regard. Fortunately, Almeida has to play a little safe here. It takes 2 movement for an infantry to move up a wall, but it only should take 1. Nope. Okay. So unfortunately, she is not going to be quite so useful because I thought I can move her more than 1, but I don't want the Shika to attack her, so she's going to have to take the long way.
I'm ready.
That's unfortunate. So again, we want to be careful. We don't want to attack the Shika because they're being controlled. They're the good guys, despite usually being bad.
Yes, sir.
So even though that's a red square in our danger zone map, to these units, they will not attack. Now this unit will attack, move into the range, so we'll deal with them in a moment.
Yes.
Again, we got to be careful. We don't want to Wind Whisper because we don't want to take out the Shika units. They're good. They're just being unrightfully punished. So it uses Fireball, which is not too bad. I'm surprised that one did not attack.
Yes.
Which is fine. That'll work for us. We're going to have Scott go ahead and run in here.
Bet on my honor.
Take out that unit.
Yes, sir.
Now, we gotta be very careful. We don't want to... If we moved here, the Shika unit will attack us. So we want to attack at this range, in this square specifically. Now, Lance wasn't able to take out that unit, and I probably should have healed him first. Again, I thought Almeida could have moved more on the wall. I was wrong. It's still a 2 movement on the wall, despite having an advantage.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna move him back, attack.
Yes.
Scott down there. And we can move Almeida here. The debuff isn't bad. You're not gonna hurt them with a debuff. Again, really simple map. Again, and also there is no no secret item or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. A little bit more heal. Scott there. We're going to attack with Wind Whisper, and the reason we're going to do that is because we can do damage without actually engaging, and then it's got the debuff on it, so we should be taking less damage from this. Yeah, a lot less damage.
Yes.
Alright, Scott comes up. He's going to ram this unit, and that's going to call it.
I will not let you escape here.
Alright, all the necromancies, they're dead. No more. And we saved the Shika. Now, if only the Shika could stop stealing our women. Those conniving thieves. Alright. We're getting some more. We got some more missions. Look at that. We got 100 stamina consumed, so boom. Get 80 experience, which should level us up another level. Every team level, I believe, it increases, so we just gotta double check. So we completed every mission, so that means we've done the daily grind, and for that daily grind, we get 30 crystals. And that is consistent every day. So long as you do everything in your daily missions, you'll get 30 crystals. Pretty nice. And they'll add more tasks as the time comes. This is just pretty simple. Again, click on the reds just to see. They're offering more things because we've leveled up far enough. This is where you can purchase different things from the Gift of Goddess. Again, if you... We skipped one. We skipped one. Our Battle of Honor, the important one. Here we're going to get our first SR item, a Mithril Sword with 50 crystals as well. Let's go equip that to somebody. So we have 3 different units here. We have Matthew might actually be pretty good because he's been pretty useful for us. So this Mithril Sword here is actually pretty decent. Gives us +2 percentage to our attack, has HP attack to it, and it is significantly stronger than our bronze little sword. You even have silver, which is the next step up. But Mithril Sword is significantly better because it gives us additional percentage in attack. So you can look here and see that my equipment is providing me bonus stats, that's the green here, to the stats that I have currently. Another thing we can do is we can upgrade it. Now we have lots of upgrading materials. we're just going to we're gonna be careful. We don't want to upgrade too much, because then you're overspending and you're wasting resources. So we'll worry about that one later. And then for Scott, we're gonna give him the silver. So now he's a little bit stronger. Again, when it comes to equipment, you really want to only spend on your gold equipment. Your gold equipment is going to come in frequent and often, and we'll find that out a lot more as the time progresses. Your silver equipment is decent. You can level it up a little bit if you want, but it's gonna become outdated very, very quickly. So update your SR equipment and just equip your R equipment. It's not as important. Okay. And with that, I think we're going to save the next part for the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to watch any more content, please click on the annotations. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.